All right, well, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know I've taken some time off and haven't really been posting consistently, but that is definitely going to change. I'm going to get back to posting a new video every single week, and today I wanted to talk about, and talk to specifically life coaches, consultants, fitness coaches, really even agency owners, but anyone who has an online business. Mainly, I'm going to be talking to coaches, consultants, but I'm going to show you how to get your next client or your first client online if you have had problems with attracting clients, if you've had problems with sales, if you've had problems with, your offer. We're literally going to solve all of those in the next 15 to 20 minutes here. And I'm just really excited because I think this is going to help a lot of people. And my goal with this video is to make this video more valuable than some of the 5 to 10K programs a lot of coaches, consultants are joining nowadays. And I'm really just going to give it all away for free. Do want to take a quick moment just to kind of give a quick shout out. I did get my first Rolex, which I'm super stoked about. I love watches. I've always wanted one and really just, felt like it was the right time. And obviously, always want to make smart financial decisions. I've just been reading the book, Psycho-Cybernetics, and I've just really been understanding what God has called me to in a deeper way, meaning not just what he's called me to, but who he has called me to be. And there's no way I'll ever get there without improving my own self-image. And, for a lot of my life, I thought it was impossible to have nice things. I thought it was, impossible to actually become the person I see myself being or do the things I see myself doing. And if you at all struggle with that too, highly, highly recommend this book. Literally incredible. But let's dive right in. I'm going to pull up my whiteboard here and really just want to give a high-level, quick framework and teaching on, let's just call this how to land your first or next client. Let's put a timeline on it in 48 hours. So how to land your first or next client in 48 hours. And I'm very, very confident that this is something that you can actually do, or I wouldn't be teaching it. And we've helped a lot of our clients do this. So yeah, again, like I said from the beginning, my goal is to make this video more powerful and more, information and more life-changing to you and your business than most 5 or 10K programs. So I want to start off very simply. What is coaching, right? Like, what is coaching? Coaching or consulting or agency work is simply helping people go from point A to point B. And point A represents people's pain points. And point B represents their dream outcome. So literally, as a coach, I help people go from, their current state to their desired state. And, you have to ask yourself, what is your offer and what do you help people do, right? Like as a coach, I'm just going to give you a couple examples of pain points. You could help people who are, overweight, go from being overweight to the dream outcome of, being, I guess you could say in shape, right? You help people go from being overweight to in shape. You could help people, go from being in debt to, becoming debt-free. You could help people go from heartbreak from a divorce to, thriving in who God has called them to be and being full and fulfilled in their purpose. You could help people go from, like I do, not making any money, in their coaching business to making money online. And I'm going to show you just a couple, pain points that we help solve. That way, I think it'll really help you build your own offer. So as I continue, with this talk, with this lesson, whatever we want to call it, I'm going to show you our offer. Therefore, I want you to be using it in parallel and really translate it to how you can build your offer. So yeah, I mean, typically people come to us, they're unclear, they're stuck under 10K per month in their business. They're having anxiety. Is this what God has called them to do? Are they really supposed to be, an online coach? Are they really supposed to do this? Not booking calls. They're not good at sales yet. All of these different things, right? I mean, I could continue and continue and continue, but I'm just going to leave it there. And literally what you do, whatever your pain points you solve are, if you don't know them yet, the first step in this whole exercise is to get to know them. And what we're going to do here, let me show you this. We're going to be talking about the who, the what, and the how. Literally, this is the key to having a successful coaching business. More than anything else I could even teach you. If you leave this video knowing who you help, what you help them with, and how you deliver those transformations, this video alone will be worth 10K for you. So who you help, what you help with, how you help them is going to be our goal at the end of this video. So if you don't know your ideal client's pain points yet, I mean, I would even say you could stop this video and start to ask yourself, what are those pain points, right? So after you have a list, I would say of 3 to 5 pain points minimum, 3 to 5 dream outcomes minimum. And what you do after knowing the problem you are called to solve, a lot of people make up a problem. I would really encourage you to ask God, like, what's that problem that you're called to solve? Once you have that, you literally drag over the pain points to build the plan B of your offer, where you get people to. So for instance, in our offer, I help people get clear on the roadmap to building a successful online coaching business. I help people break past 10K a month. I help people have confidence in who God has called them to be. I help people, book, I would say a lot of calls, sales calls. I help people get good at sales and ultimately make money doing what God has called them to do, right? So that's kind of, what I do. That's why I believe I'm doing what I'm doing right now. It's like the reason I work, more than just making money. Like, this is why I do it. So once you have this portion done, right, point A to point B, literally now you have the what. You have a framework for what you help. And again, for anyone who's stuck asking themselves, like, how do I know what I'm supposed to help with? I would really challenge you, wake up one morning, drink some coffee if you like coffee. By the way, if you do like coffee and you like protein, these shakes are literally incredible. So yeah, shameless plug. It's an iced coffee protein shake. Phenomenal. But drink some coffee, buy a whiteboard and just begin to write out some of the things you feel like God is calling you to solve. So back to this. The who, the what, and the how, right? Let me get my whiteboard back so you can see. Sweet. The who, the what, the how. Now that we have the what, you need to ask yourself, how are we going to get them there, right? How am I going to get people from being unstuck? How am I going to get people from getting out of anxiety to booking calls? And what we found is it's really a 4-pillar framework. And, we have 4 pillars to our offer. The number one pillar that I feel like holds most people back is their mindset. And I talked about this in the beginning of the video already. If you cannot manage your own mind, you're literally never going to get not only where God has called you, but the results you're desiring. And I kind of see this as, mindset is more of, working on the person. And the others I'm about to go through is more, working on the business. So number 1 is mindset. Number 2 is building a good offer. Once you have, a good offer in place that you can sell for, $2,000 to $10,000, it's literally just building a marketing system to book anywhere from 5 to 10 sales calls a week. And when you have that, literally it's just getting really, really good at sales and closing, 30 to 40% minimum, I would say. And, once you have literally the right mindset, the right offer, the right marketing, and the right sales, you will inevitably end up at point B. And, again, I am showing you our offer so you can, again, take this framework and build your own offer. So if you're helping people, go from being overweight to in shape, you're going to have different, pillars than I have. So for you, it could be, I always suggest having mindset as one of the first ones, because most of the time, the reason they haven't been to the gym is because they don't believe they can actually get in shape. So it could be like mindset, diet, fitness program, or like what workout plan are they going to be on? And it could be accountability. So you could have mindset, diet, fitness plan, accountability as your 4 pillars. That's really the framework to building out how you're going to deliver the service. And again, your offer is simply a bridge for your ideal client to walk across. So they end up at point B. And hopefully you guys are tracking. I know I'm kind of scribbly with the whiteboard here, but it's just such an easy way to teach. And I think it really, adds another level of, depth and clarity whenever I use it. So yeah, now that we know the what, because we know what we do, we help people go from point A to point B. And now that you know the how, now you know how to help people get there. And again, if you've never helped people get to point B yet, it's okay. I tell people to think of the business in more of a clay way. So like in the Bible, it talks about the potter and the clay. Your business is literally moldable. It's not concrete. So right now, the first 10 people, you might not have huge clarity around how to get them there, and you're kind of figuring it out as you go. Just come up with a framework you think will work, and then over time, you'll add more pillars and get, more depth on what your offer is actually for. So now that we have the what, now that we have the how, we need to ask ourselves, who is, God calling me to work with, is the way I would put it. Or who are you, called to work with? Who do you want to work with? That's a great question to ask yourself. Like if you only could work with one client for the rest of your life, what would that person look like? Who are they? Are they a Christian? Are they a doctor? Are they an atheist? Like who is your ideal client, right? So again, I'm just going to write this out so we can kind of see. This is what you do. I'm going to do it in a different color so you can see. So this is what, right? What you do, you help people go from point A to point B. How you do it. And we're going to talk about now who you help. So I'll give you a little backstory. Whenever I first started an agency, my marketing agency about 2 years ago, we did this exact exercise after, 3 months of charging clients $250. I think we had a church we had a coffee shop, and, we weren't making any money. So what we did was we said, you know what, we're going to take a framework on how to figure out our who. And, it's a pretty easy framework, and I'm gonna erase a little bit of this here so I have some more room. It's an easy framework to figure out who you are called to work with. And what I want you to do is I want you to ask yourself, what are your passions? What is your skill sets? And what are your experiences? I use a couple people as examples, often. And, I'll use Frank for an example. Frank, one of my great friends started his coaching business about 6 months ago. And I remember us talking, we were like, what could he coach on? There's so many things he's good at. And, he said, I'm passionate about people. I'm passionate about business. Cool. What is your skill sets? Literally, he's a great encourager. Like, he's so good encouraging people. He's a great speaker. He's so good at speaking, right? And then we said, what are your experiences, And he has so many. But one of the things he said was, I went through a divorce. And we're like, wow, I think there's something to that. So literally, Frank figured out his who, right? He wanted to help people go from, being in pain to operating in power so they could find their purpose. And what we did was we said, you know what? This is amazing. So he said, I'm going to help single dads who've been divorced, right, go from point A to point B. So now that you see how the who works, you can see how powerful it is, because if you try to help everyone, you end up helping no one. And, you know, for my offer, you know, there's a different who, and it's because I have, you know, similar passions, but a bit different. You know, I've never been divorced, but I have helped, you know, quite a few people start and scale coaching businesses. Like my passion is to help people live out what God's called them to do. So I help, you know, kingdom coaches who are stuck, you know, under 10K a month, or who are just starting, right, and want to get where God has called them to get to. So yeah, I mean, I hope this, you know, helps you understand kind of how to build an offer. And I know I told you I'm going to help you land your next client in the next, you know, 48 hours. But before we can even land a client, we have to know what we do, why we exist here, and who we are called to help, right? So now that we have the who, we have the what, and we have the how, we can move on into, you know, getting clients. So I'm going to show you a super simple framework to literally help you land a client in the next 48 hours. And I think if you actually apply what I'm teaching you in this video, you're going to land a client. And then I would highly encourage you to book in a call with us and, you know, get more in-depth help to help you scale. But I think this alone will be enough for you to get a client after watching this video if you do what I'm telling you to do. So again, the whole point of, you know, being a coach, you know, is you help people go from A to B, right? But your assignment and how you make money is you turn attention into dollars. And that's a really cool skill set to have. If you can turn people's eyeballs into money, you'll never not have money. And, you know, that's what we're going to teach you to do. And it's literally through a framework of, you know, A, you have to have, you know, you have to be able to speak to their pain point. You have to give them value, and then you have to have, you know, incentive where they feel like you can help them. So literally how we're going to turn eyes into money. And you might think I'm crazy right now, but just bear with me. How we're going to do this is by knowing who your ideal clients are. It's going to be the framework you use to build your content, right? We're going to use social media, and, you know, for me, I use Instagram, and I'm going to show you how to get a client on Instagram. I don't want to talk about Facebook because I personally don't use it anymore. It definitely works, but yeah, I'm going to show you how to use Facebook, you know, later on if you want to, but I'm going to show you how to use Instagram today. So point A represents your client's pain points, right? Point B represents the outcome. And you're probably like, Brandon, we get it. Stop talking about A to B, but bear with me here. Again, you have those pillars that you built. Ours is marketing, offer, you know, sales, and mindset, whatever order you want to put them in, you know, however you build your product. Yeah, you can just literally talk about them in different orders, because the goal with your content is to give them everything you know as puzzle pieces, but they come to you for speed or to put the puzzle together, right? Like that is coaching essentially. So again, you help them go from A to B using your framework, right? And in good content, right, we're going to use, let's say, Instagram. I'm going to show you literally the funnel I used to turn followers into dollars, if you will. So this is, you know, an organic funnel here. You literally need to make good content. So the first step in the funnel is a post. So people see your content, right? And the question a lot of people have is, how do I make good content? And the goal of content is for it to be a lead magnet for who? Your who, right? Your who, your what, and your how should always be included in your content. So who, what, how, right? Those need to be answered. It's a good thing to always ask yourself. In the post, right? So a good post, like Russell Brunson talks about, always has, you know, a decent hook, a good story, and, you know, for the first interaction with people, I like to give value, or you could do a hook, story, and you could do an offer. So what I mean by this is, if I was to make a post, and, if you're not following me on Instagram, give me a follow at I am Brandon Forbes, and you can just see the content I'm making. But, a good hook could be, hey, if you're a Christian coach stuck under 10K a month and you're not landing your dream clients right now, do these 4 things to land your next client in 48 hours. Dial in your mindset, your offer, your marketing, and your sales. Any energy you're spending outside of those 4 things isn't making money. So dial back your focus and get really clear on what you do and why you do it, right? So like I speak exactly to the person, and then I tell them how to get to point B, which is what they already want. So for you, if you're a weight loss coach, you could be like, hey, if you're a, dentist who is overweight and you're trying to, break out of, being overweight and the mindset that involves that, do these 4 things to get from point A to point B. And what that does is it just hooks your ideal client. You give them a story, and then they get value from the post. Reason is because all we're trying to do here is get engagement, right? So all we want out of our content is engagement. We're not trying to land clients from the first post. What we're trying to do is get a like, a comment, or a follow. And right now, Reels are working so well with this exact framework that you could probably get like hundreds of followers, just by posting some Reels. And literally the goal with your content is not to go viral. The goal with your content is to get 99 no's. You want 99% of the people who see your content to stop watching it. And why do I say that? What I mean by is by me saying, hey, if you're a Christian coach, right? Literally all of the eyeballs who aren't a Christian coach don't make it to the next part of the funnel. So now, whenever I'm talking about the story and the value, right? The story and the value, only kingdom coaches are even listening to me anymore. And what that does is it allows the algorithm to find more Christian coaches, and it allows me to know that every single person, most of the time, who likes, comments, or follows is a Christian coach dealing with the problem I talked about in my video. So that leads us literally to the next piece of the funnel. So post to the engagement. And the next thing, which I know some of you have some resistance to, but I just want to break limiting beliefs around it, is conversations. And with the conversation, all you have to do, it's so simple, is you have to make an intro, you have to have leverage, and you have to have the ability to sell a call. So let me just break this down for you. Literally, if people, click on my post, then they engage with it, right? Because I'm talking to only Christian coaches who are struggling with the pain points that I solve and want this dream outcome, right? I know they're a good fit because they engaged. I literally say, hey, thanks for the follow, or hey, thanks for liking my post. So boom, I have the intro. And then we have a conversation, and I ask them, how is your business going? And usually they'll tell me one of the pain points, because I already crafted the post to draw out their pain points. I know that they're dealing with one of these things. So as soon as I get them to tell me, oh, it's going good, I actually just started, right? It's like, boom, they gave me a leverage point for me to be able to help them go from point A to point B. For you, it could be, if you're a divorce coach, you could say, hey, thanks for the follow. I saw you like my post about a divorce. Did you recently get divorced? Yes, I did. How is that going? Oh, it's terrible. It's like, boom, they just told you a pain point that you can solve. So what you do then is not pitch them on your program because they don't know you yet. What you do is you sell a call. So you say, hey, you know what? I would love to hop on a call with you. And literally, you can just drop your calendar link, and 90% of the time, they'll book right in, literally just off of Instagram. You don't need a website. You don't need any fancy tools. You literally just need to get good at intros, leverages, and selling the call. Now, leads us again to the next part of the funnel, which is a sales call. And a lot of times people won't show you how to do that on videos like this, but I'm going to show you exactly how to do that very easily. Literally all sales is, I know I say A to B a lot, but it's asking them, where are you at currently? Where do you want to get to? And what is holding you back from getting there yourself? And they're going to tell you all this information on the call. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm dealing with. And this is why I can't get there, on my own. This is why I need your help, right? And whenever you have that information, you can make an offer. And what I've found is if you're halfway decent at sales, you can close roughly 25% of the people who take you up on a call. And, obviously the goal is to get closer to 40 or 50. And, once you do that, literally the next part of the funnel is, taking payment. And I would definitely encourage you to do that on the call. So, yeah, if you're a beginner coach or, you're just starting out, getting, from zero where you're at now to $10,000 per month is not easy, but it is very simple. So, this video is how to get your next client in the next 48 hours. And I truly believe if you do what I just told you to do with that organic funnel and doing the work of getting clear in your offer, you will land a client. Maybe it's, a week. Maybe it's 2 weeks. But relatively, if you do what I told you to do and you do it quickly, it could be in the next 48 hours. And I've seen it happen time and time again. So I really hope this video, just adds a lot of value to you. And if it does, please subscribe, leave a like, share this with a friend, post it on, your Instagram. And again, if you're not following me, give me a follow at I am Brandon with an O, Forbes, like the magazine. And literally so great hanging out with you guys. And I'm just going to actually say a quick prayer over anyone watching this video. So God, I thank you for the dream you've given them. I speak a blessing over their dream, over their vision, over their business, and just over their whole family in Jesus' name. It's not by accident that they watch this video. And God, again, I thank you for who you are and who they are. And in Jesus' name, amen. So again, thanks for watching the video. If you want to hop on a call and chat about how we could potentially help you do all of the things and implement all the things I just told you about, there is a link below to book a call. We don't work with everyone. However, go ahead, book in a call. We'll see if we can help. If we can, I'll literally tell you how. And if not, hopefully can point you in the right direction and you'll leave us some free value. Again, if this helped, please subscribe and share, and I will be with you guys again soon.